Andrew McCart, iFLTV. It's been a long time, Mr. Jones, Mr. Sam Jones. How's life?
Really good, thank you, Andrew. How are you, mate?
Very well, very well. I've seen you on a Zoom call with Cook and Cassius. I seem like we're now not doing that anymore. It's no more the Andrew and Sam show.
You don't really message me anymore, Andrew, so it's fine, because I know you're doing your training and that's taking precedent in your life, so it's fair enough. But other than that, it's good, mate. It's really good.
Good. Well, listen, Jack Catterall, Arnold Barboza, Cameron Vuong's in a good fight as well. There's a young man there. I mean, some squad you're building, but I want to start with Jack because Arnold Barboza wins this fight. Surely that world title's next.
I think this is going to be for the world title. Personally, I think the winner of this will get upgraded, but it's for an interim world title. So Jack's got one hand on the full title status. So yeah, looking forward to it, and he deserves it.
Definitely, he certainly does.
Barboza deserves this shot as well because he's been number one for a hell of a long time as well. So it's it's right that them two should battle it out for this belt.
Is it safe to say that Jack, being the fighter that he is, and we know Jack very well, that he would rather beat the champion than get given it?
What can you do, Andrew? You can only fuck with the prick you've been given, mate. So it's
my title.
It's no, but that's Jack's. Jack wants to fight all the champions. Look at the run of fights he's been on. Linares, Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, Regis Prograis. He can't be on he's on the best form in British boxing at the moment. He should be a world champion. That's why if they want to upgrade him, we'll take that because Jack deserves it. That belt's his.
How dangerous is Arnold Barboza? I mean,
very, very dangerous. Listen, people read a lot into the Sean McComb fight because that gets brought up a lot. But ultimately, he got the W, whether it was contentious or not. He's still undefeated on paper, and he will come here with full confidence and belief that he's going to win. But when he feels one of Jack's left hand straight in the middle of his face in the first round, he will. The confidence will be slowly knocked out of him.
For Jack, I mean, I watched his little promo, the boring promo. That was absolutely fantastic. I loved that, man. That shows you the side that Jack.
We all had input in that as well, by the way. Jack had a lot of input in that.
You get to see his personality.
Yeah, absolutely, because Jack is the furthest thing from boring. That's the funniest thing about it. Like, you know him away from camera. He's not boring. He's very intelligent, very like down to earth. He's just a very hard worker. One thing is truth about it. Joey's strategic stuff about how meticulous he is. That part of it is true. So yeah, it brought out a good side of Jack's personality, and I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. And the guys at Matchroom did an amazing job. Alex and the team did an amazing job with the promo.
Definitely, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. And Jack, I mean, when he retires from boxing, people always wonder what fighters do when they retire, whether they become managers, coaches. But I think that acting ability was fantastic from Jack as well.
I think Jack's going to be nailed on a boxing coach when he finishes. He's got a lot to. He'd be an amazing teacher, Jack. So I think that's what he'll be doing. But still, plenty of years ahead of Jack Catterall in the form that he's in. He's at no miles on the clock, and he's for sure he's going to have a great future.
Definitely. Listen, Pat Brown as well. He's coming along. I'll tell you what, was it 2,000 tickets? I might be wrong on that. Maybe
2,000 tickets, mate, on the debut. He's the biggest ticket seller in the country already. Like, he's going to be.
Johnny Fisher?
Well, yeah. Well, you've got Johnny Fisher, but Johnny's obviously he's a lot more established. But on a debut, I think you'll find no one's ever sold that amount of tickets on a professional debut before.
And headlining as well.
And headlining, yeah.
Definitely fantastic. You've got a great little stable building up. There's a couple behind me. Cameron Vuong's on that long-awaited fight with Jordan Flynn. How's the young man looking? I mean, Gavin Gwynn was one of them coming out. Is he ready for that sort of level yet? And he proved that he can tough it out as well.
Cameron, come here. I can't. It's better to do it this way. Come on, Cameron. No, it's someone. I did a poll, not a poll, one of those question things on Instagram, and I say this, and I don't buy Eddie's ear, but I say to him all the time, tell me somebody that's had, and I never gas him up, and he'll tell you this, I never ever gas him off, I tell him off most of the time, but after 7 fights, there is nobody in the country that has a resume like his.
And 21, 22?
So that's why, do you know when people call him a prospect? I don't even call him a prospect anymore. Yeah, the Gavin Gwynn fight could have gone either way, but people know with me, well, they should know. I would tell the truth. I watched Cameron, this fight back 3 times. I've scored the fight 3 times to Cameron. So whatever everyone wants to think, if he scored it for Gavin Gwynn, no problem. And Eddie keeps saying, oh, if we get through Jordan Flynn is an undefeated fighter, deserves it. You can't really overlook someone. But if the fight with Gavin Gwynn is to happen again, no problem. But he has to get well paid for it because he didn't get the respect that he deserved off the back of a performance like that. Because Gavin Gwen was in no man's land. He won't mind me saying that. I respect Gavin Gwen, but he was in no man's land. No one wants to fight Gavin Gwen. He handpicked him. We've handpicked him. Rightly or wrongly.
That's what I was going to say. So the young man, Cameron, he likes to fight. Even when the first time I interviewed him before he made his debut, he was like, "Yeah, I'm in there sparring Jack. I'm doing this." He just loves to fight. So how hard is it? And forgive me for using these words. Is to rein him in, because I guarantee he wants to fight the top dogs right now.
That was my fault. That was I've already said that. It's my,
best manager.
No, it is, but it is. Like you have to sometimes acknowledge, because when I say I got it wrong, I'm happy with how the fight kind of went, because Cameron's banked that experience. Do you understand? He's faced that style, the Jeff of Forest, all that experience. No one can call him a pussy. No, definitely not. No one can call him a pussy, because other Sean McComb, who apparently he got a result against Barboza but didn't get the decision. Gavin Gwen beat him. Cameron slogged it out with Gavin Gwen. I was proud of him after the performance, but could he have done better? Yeah, because I've seen what he can do in the gym. But regardless of that fight will happen if, and I've told this to Gavin Gwen, he has to be well compensated for that fight, because in my opinion, he's beat him. So if you want him to go through that again, weigh him in, Edward. But Jordan Flynn, he's gone out to America, investing in his camp. Jordan Flynn wants to. He thinks he's going to take Cameron's head off. That is the most. It's a brilliant little fight, that is. And we're going to try and get a belt on the line, because I think the fight deserves it. And, I just want to say massive credit to Cameron, because I bollock him all the time. Don't think I just gas and blow smoke up his eyes, because trust me, I don't. And Jamie definitely doesn't. So, but I will say there isn't anybody with a record like his in this country at this stage.
And I agree. I mean, Gavin Gwen, who's battle-tested to face in the 7th fight, I was even a wee bit took back by it.
A lot of prospects, they fight these fellas and they're knocking them over and they look great. Look what he did on his debut to that guy that Royston Barney Smith's fight him, had not a tough fight with him, but didn't stop him. Cameron stopped that guy. I can't remember his name. Engel Gomez. But if we're not giving them the props they need and the build that we need, I'll just put him with 15 Engel Gomez's. Do you understand what I mean, though?
Cameron, but see, obviously now you've had that Gavin Gwen fight. Now this Jordan Flynn fight's coming around. Is sort of that postponement of that fight maybe a little blessing, because now you've been in those tougher fights, you've done the longer rounds, you're battle tested yourself now, so to speak, 22 years old. Is this Jordan Flynn fight now came at the right time?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think so. But
that fucking say that. I think so. Fucking hell. Take this out, Andy.
But that experience I had against Gavin, and like Sam was saying before, Ofori, stuff like that, that experience now, no one can take that away. I've been through it. I showed I've got heart. I've got balls.
Showed he's got a good
got some
chin.
whiskers on us. Yeah. But no, it's all experience.
Not the finished article as well. Sorry for interrupting. I'm not finished. But he's not the finished article. Okay, he's not the finished article, and that's what we've got out of this. Do you understand? But there's no ceiling to his potential, because we've seen what he can do in the gym, and if he replicates what he does in the gym onto fight night, he's gonna have an unbelievable career.
How much have you matured, Cameron? I mean, I remember I was going to say that. You remember he was quite childlike and mucking about all the time. But how much have you matured now with these 7 fights, with these tough fights and these longer rounds? And have you matured going into this pro game now?
Yeah, a lot, I think. Not just inside the ring, outside of it as well, I like to think. But Sam will probably disagree. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy the fight's finally done. I just hope he turns up. Like Sam said, he's training out in America, so he's taking it seriously, and it's a big opportunity for him. And for me, it's a big platform. Hopefully we get a title on the line, and I'm looking forward to it.
Fair play to the pair of them, because they've both made this fight. I mean, because people can laugh at what I said. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. People want to see them two box each other. I get so many messages saying, "When's Cameron fighting Jordan Flynn?" So I thought, Joe, after that fight, let's go straight into that fight. Because Cameron could have thought, you know what, let's take a step back. We'll have an 8-rounder. No, he doesn't want to do that. So again, he's coming off Jeff Ofori, Gavin Gwen, now Jordan Flynn. Unbelievable.
One final one from me then before I let you go. I want to get his opinion on some other fights, Canelo and Crawford and whatnot. But one final one from you. Jordan Flynn, like I said, it's 3rd time lucky. You were injured and he was injured in the postponement. Now we're going to get it on. You said there, if he turns up, have you got any doubt that this fight might not happen?
I've got doubt either of them will turn up.
I just want to, like you said before, 3rd time lucky. Hopefully he does turn up, and it'll be a good night. Every time I go home back to Newcastle, everyone's always asking us, when you're fighting him, when you're fighting that dickhead. So I'm looking forward to smashing his face right in, to be honest. And I'm just happy it's on. It's a fight I can get right up for. And I'm going to smash him to pieces.
Cameron, I'm telling you right now, young man, I'm excited for this fight. I mean, like Sam said, you've got a set of balls, you've got a skill set. Sometimes you can probably use your skill set a little bit more, and instead of just getting torn in. But again, that's just being the young guy that you are. You want to impress maturity and impress the fans, which is good to see.
Yeah, 100%. I've got a set of balls on us. Maybe sometimes short a bit more than I should. Like you said, I should maybe stay behind my jab and box. But listen, I'm still learning. I've only been a pro about 18 months, so I think the best is yet to come. And like Sam said, I'm not the finished article, but I'm well on my way.
Definitely. Cameron, thank you so much, brother, man, and I'll see you soon. Mr. Sam Jones, I do want to get your opinion on this because you are an opinionated and with your heart on your sleeve. You say what you like, you say what you feel. Talk to me. When we were hearing the rumours or the back and forth when the Ring magazine said it's on, Canelo and Crawford for September, as a boxing fan, you've been in the sport long enough, did you believe it and were you excited?
Well, because of where it's come from, the Ring magazine and who owns it, you kind of think, okay, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. But a lot can happen. As we're seeing, lots of fights can get pulled and changed. And when you're dealing with people like Canelo, who's got a big ego, like, you don't know, like, what's happened. Has he priced himself out of it? Has he decided to fight Jake Paul and it's irritated people? Who knows? But I don't know. Like, I wasn't amazingly excited for that fight. I was intrigued and I would watch it. It's going to be unbelievable. It's two of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. But it's like, I think there's better fights for Canelo and I think there's better fights for Crawford. Do you understand? So, because I think the size in that fight is going to be too much for Crawford. I mean, I want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. That's what I want to see. But I'm not Turki Al-Sheikh and I'm not Canelo's advisor and I'm not David Benavidez. I'm just saying as a fan, from a fan's perspective, I'd like to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. I'd like to see Crawford fight, I don't know, Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, even Teofimo Lopez. I would like to see those fights.
I'll get before I let you go and crack on because I think we're going to start shortly. All this Martin Bakole, Anthony Joshua talk. I know you've said your things about Martin Bakole in the past, and
I've never slagged his ability off. I just laugh at the stories of like the constant. So I think I think just speak a little bit less on what's happening in sparring and do your business in the ring, which he has been doing. I just think that when I seen Ben Shalom say it's done, it's signed, I knew it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I just knew it wasn't. Because I messaged Freddie straight away. I was like, Freddie, is this fight? He was like, no. There's never been a single talk about the fight. So, but do I think it'd be a good fight? Yeah, it'd be an amazing fight, especially for Africa, and a fight like that should take place in Africa. But I just don't see it happening. There's no benefit for Anthony Joshua there, unfortunately, for Martin Bakole. But speaking on Martin Bakole, he will get his opportunity to fight for the world heavyweight title this year because he deserves it. He's been sitting in the wing in the wilderness waiting for his opportunity, and it looks as though he's going to get it, and credit to him. And listen, I know Billy Nelson does my head in, he really does, but he's been beating the drum for years and years and years, so credit to them both for sticking at it and being persistent, and they're going to get their opportunity. Good luck to them.
You can almost admire Billy Nelson because you do it as well. You stick up for your fighters when it comes to the microphone and camera.
I think I'm less annoying. I know that's a huge shout. I know it's a huge shout, but I think I'm less annoying than Billy Nelson. I do. But that's my opinion. I think if you do a poll, that might be the complete opposite, but that's my opinion. But Billy Nelson has done a good job for Martin Bakole, and no one can say any different. So I know you're going to clickbait me, but I know you are, yeah. But fair play to Billy.
I'm going to clip that out and actually put a poll on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to clip that little bit out and say who's more annoying, Sam Jones. I'm going to tag you and Billy, and I'm going to see. There's plenty. You've got a young stable behind me, young fighters as well that we haven't talked about. Talk about them quickly.
He's going to Alfie, come over here, mate. Come over here. So Alfie's got his second fight in on the big card next week. So he's going to be first on, so look out for Alfie. And he sold a load of tickets as well, so you can hear a load of noise in there. And Alfie's actually an actor, by the way. Actually a real actor.
No, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Waterloo Road, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, Waterloo Road.
He's in the Waterloo Road, so he's like multi-talented, but he just likes scrapping as well. But he's actually a brilliant fighter. And but yeah, so make sure you keep your eyes out.
You're a triple threat. Can you sing?
Well, I can do a little bit of both, can't I?
Wow.
Gonna have to say after the fight.
How are you feeling? Obviously, second fight. big show next week as well. So how are you feeling going into your second professional fight?
Buzzing. What an opportunity to do it on the big stage. You know, it's a fantastic card. It's full of talent, full of fighters from my gym, and I can't wait to put on a show. You know, I'm bringing fantastic support from Manchester, and yeah, going to be a massive noise in the arena for me to fight. Yeah, so dead excited. Can't wait.
Well, you're a ticket seller. Pat Brown's a ticket seller. Jack Catterall's smashing it now in Manchester. Is this now the fight capital of the UK?
Of course it is. Yeah. Manchester's where boxing is, and hopefully it'll keep building, keep thriving, and there'll be some massive nights in the future, and hopefully I'll be at the forefront of that.
Manchester's a great city. I've just been saying how much I love being in Manchester, and I'm so glad the big nights are going to come back. You've got Jack there, you've got young Will Crawler, Rhiannon Dixon, all on the same. You've got Connor Tudsbury, who's going to make his professional debut. And by the way, Andrew, when he taps somebody, wait till you see what happens to these people he's tapping. Mate, he's a dangerous bastard, mate. He can wallop Connor Tudsbury, so look out for him. But listen, keep your eyes out for young Alfie over here, because he's going to have a brilliant career as well.
Alfie, one final one then. What's going to happen next week before I let Sam get on? Because he looks a bit stressed talking to me, so I'm going to let him get on.
I'm not stressing it at all. I'm not stressed in the slightest. I can't believe you'd say that. Face is like not discoloured. I'm good.
Not for once. What's going to happen next week?
I'm going to put on a fantastic performance, showcase performance, show a little bit of everything. You know, I can box and I can fight, and if the stoppage is there, I'll go for it. You know, it's a fantastic card, and I'm going to show what I'm all about on Saturday night. So
I'm going to be there next week. I can't wait to watch you fight. Sam, as always, brother, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you, guys.